There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Blog.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Who else wants to mention their personality? Thank you for the, okay, let me pick these two. Yeah? ENFP, you the campaigner. Okay. John F. Kennedy, Uhuru Kenyatta, those are your WhatsApp group. So ENFP are very charismatic. Your skill, your job must always involve people. You learn very fast when you interact with the people. You're very likable. You flow with the people. You're very big-hearted. You go with the flow. You can actually sense people's style and flow with it. You tend to flow with everyone because you can adapt. You see potential in everyone. This is one guy you cannot judge. You can see potential. That is also your weakness because you tend to accommodate people's character flaw because you believe of their potential very much. So your greatest strength, bro, will be if you practice leadership, you practice people skills, you're going to win business deals. You're very believable. Make sure you do business sometime in your life. You can convince and sell anything because you also don't know how to lie. Your conscience is very strong. There's another lady who can't lie. INFJ is very hard to lie. Your inner moral code is very powerful. True or false? It takes you a lot of struggle to sin against your own self, and it will judge. You'll go to confess to people something you did a long time ago because it can give you peace. ENFP, extroverted means you are energized by social contact. So whenever you are bored, call a friend, and your energy comes back. All right. Whenever you feel off, contacting someone. Whenever you feel bored, retract. Like after this meeting, you need a break to re-energize. When your personality starts with I, introverts are exhausted after social interaction. People like Fiona's, they will need to retreat and regroup. Extroverts are now energizing, like myself. I'm on top of the cloud. I'm not draining, I'm recharging. So I'll relax physically, feeling fulfilled. I'm okay. So, somebody else? What? Yes, yours? INFP. And you? INFJT. Okay. If your personality ends with T, you're turbulent. You're perfectionistic. You're prone to self-criticism a lot. Learn to believe in yourself. If it ends with A, you're assertive. Assertive means you believe in yourself a lot. All right. INFP is also called mediator. You saw that? Carry the name, carry the name. And yours is, you said INF what? INFJ. INFJ, you remember what I've told her? Mark that. It's the same. Defender. Advocate. You're called advocate because you tend to see potential in everyone. Okay. You tend to see potential in everyone and you advocate for balance and equality and opportunity for everyone. INFP, the unique thing you have that many people don't have is that you're very creative and you're very perceptive. You can perceive environments. You can get to this wall, to this room, and you're sensing texture. There's a girl I was mentoring, INFP, and would get into a room and she can feel the colors. No more people don't feel colors, but INFP can feel colors. Very creative. Just learn that N and F, intuitive and feeler, is very deep and intense. Perfect. We need to finish this and pick your questions. I want to tell you why. Do you see why you should do your personality? And then get the books. Please bring back my books. There's a book called Mastery. Okay, the books are here. We feel called to serve a greater purpose in life, thoughtful and idealistic. All right, very good. I just redid my test 3 days ago, and I'm protagonist. Congratulations, ENFJ. The personality of Obama, the personality of Oprah Winfrey. What about the mediator, INFP? I've just explained. We feel called to serve a greater purpose in life, thoughtful and idealistic. We strive to have, all right, we strive to have a positive impact on others and the world around us. Perfectly. Alice, I'm happy to, hi Benjamin, I'm Silverana in Zimbabwe, Sylvia's sister in UK. I would like you to ask me a question. Oh, to ask you a question? Please ask me one instead. All right. Perfect. I was saying, if you have done that test, the next logical thing is to try to master that personality. And you're going to do 3 books. Mastery, the young visionary, and dreams before dating. Even if you can get them today, get them. If you can't get them today, plan and get them. You can get them one by one, no problem. Why you can't date now is because marriage requires a capacity I am building. That capacity could be the good life I want to give my family, could be the high quality man I'm trying to prepare for, could be the high quality woman I want to marry, could be the large life I want to give my family. It could be the stability and the peace I want in my home by marrying a loyal person. People say, kugongewa ni constant. Men are always cheating. Men are not faithful. But I'm trying to be true. Thank you. I'm trying to be true and I'm determined to be true. So this is what I want you to do. The third reason why I'm not dating, why I'm not into anything now, until I'm mature, until I'm prepared, is I target a happy marriage and it requires a strong foundation of character. Character means virtues, and I'm cultivating the virtues, like the ability to be loyal for life, like the ability to be true for long, like ability for me it was large life. I just wanted large life. I wanted to create capacity to bring large life to my wife, to my children. I wanted my children to associate and they're proud. When people know they're my children, they respect them. I wanted that. Money is a shield. Money brings respect. Women, listen to me. Stop looking for a rich man. Become the woman a rich man will desire, because you're also rich in your own way. You're rich in your character. You're rich in your capabilities. You have capacity to build. Do not look for a man who already has money. Look for a man with whom you can build money. So that even if he leaves, even if he dies, you can still maintain, you can still build it by yourself. I want you to build that capacity to make business, to trade, to interact, to exchange, to control yourself. Your parents may say when you cross 25 that you're still single, we are afraid you may never get married. You are living on your own journey and you're on your way to your future. I want you to mature until you're 25. When you reach 25, for women, change gears. Change gears. Emily, when are you turning 25? Next year, November. After you celebrate that birthday, change your clothing. Go out there, start interacting. Give a year or two to find out who you need. Established right now, we have a dating set. 3 books. Lasting Love, Dating Right and Before You Say It. Get them that time. You can also read all these books right now. The best time to read all these books for dating, for money, is now. I'm just emphasizing the ones you need first, but all the 9 you need them. Read them slowly, right now when you're not rushed. Go through them, learn the dating. For example, if you learn the language of dating right now, you'll have a lot of things, vocabulary and ideas on what to apply. So, yes, after you cross 25, change gears. Don't delay, don't wait for things to happen. You have been preparing, now go out. Another thing I want you to do today, as I prepare to pick your questions, and also on Zoom, another thing I want you to do today is to network. Make sure you greet everybody today. Don't finish here, then you're running away. You don't meet quality people every day. The people you meet here, everybody in this room loves learning. Everybody in this room has potential in the future. Greet somebody, exchange numbers. You can meet in career. You can exchange in career in other things. It's not a must that it's about dating. But also, the time may arrive for dating, and then you realize the people you have been talking to, among them, there are those whom you rhyme. It will be very good to just flow with the people you've been with. You have learned. It's good to network today. Next year we have about 3 conferences. 2 of them you should come. One will be for dating, for single, love, romance. That's not your time yet. But the other 2, I suggest you come. We are not yet clear what they are, but I'm sure to be something about growing. And we can also do another one about women. But whatever it is, stay in our socials and keep showing up for these conferences. Exchange numbers. Tell them what you do. Collect contacts. Don't wait for your parent to push you. Ask for it. Say you want. Your parents, by the way, I've also noticed many of your parents are really caring. Their parents who have transported you very far away. They have ensured you come. One parent has struggled very much to bring the daughter from Dubai. She missed the flight and she has had to get her the virtual attendance. I felt the parents who struggled so much to bring you guys. The mother of these 2 twins was really keen. She told me, when that time arrives, tell me I want my girls to come and learn. Your mom cares. Please appreciate it. Don't just complain about petty things. This is something for mom to make sure both of you come. If your parent has shown this kind of attention, appreciate it. God likes a thankful heart. Don't be a complainer. Oh, this is not, I'm not going to triple my mother. Oh, you have not been a PS4. Oh, you have not bought this me phone. You have not bought me Samsung S24. Before you complain, appreciate what you see them doing. Not every parent is dysfunctional. Many parents care. And we know, even when they are not perfect, we have seen them try. True or false? If your parent is trying, appreciate it. If you have a parent who is struggling their own things and they're insulting you, you're going to deal with it, forgive them, let go. But many of us have parents who care. Actually, they came up, they reminded you about this. Many of you asking you learned about us. Is it Larry who said that mom keeps forwarding? Caring you that you see the right things. Appreciate it. Don't always say, oh, it's because they're trying to control me, or it's because... No. Your mom is not your enemy. If somebody is bringing you to this event and leaving you under another person to be taught things, that person cares. Let's appreciate that. So I'll pick questions. I can see Fiona is getting ready. All right.
Sylvain, I was looking to get your question.
Yes. Gabriel has something.
Sylvain.
Where are they?
This one is asking to ask a question.
Okay. Please go ahead. Please ask. Please talk. Silvana it was a long name, starting with Silvana, continue. Ask your question. We can see you. Silvana, talk. Silvana, when you can unmute, we will talk to you. From following you, I have come to understand that I was calling a strict parent. What I was calling a strict parent was actually traits of toxicity, what you call narcissism. What should I do during my 5 to 7 years of healing, since that's what you recommend? And how do I keep affirming my boundaries so that I won't walk in life with a Mephibosheth complex? This is a very good question. I like it. It's a very thoughtful person, isn't it? Listen, I wish this person mentioned the age and where they are in life so that I can give it context. Mention age and where you are in life. If you have just finished Form 4, like my sister here, Victoria, your context is very different because you have a college now you're going to. If you have just finished college, like my brother Brian, your context is very different. Now you're out there. So, this person, let's assume they're in college. How many people are in high school? Phoebe is in high school. When are you finishing high school? Next year, perfect. And where's in high school? When are you finishing? How many years to go? Next year, perfect. Who else? Cool. When are you finishing? Perfect. And you? Perfect. The rest of us are in college and beyond, isn't it? So let's assume this person is also is in college. Toxic parents, you manage them by the following. Please note this quickly. Because if you miss it, it will mess you up. 3 methods. Number 1, you do sabbatical leaves. Sabbatical leaves is when you're on holiday and you can go spend time with another relative somewhere else where you can be away from them. Ask for the sabbatical leave. For me, I used to go to Nairobi to my uncle, to my sister, and I tell them I have a lot of schoolwork. I'm going there to concentrate. And I'll argue my case like that, and they will release me. So I'll spend time away and be able to concentrate. Sabbatical leave is those periods when you're away from them and you can use them to grow. Have you followed? The second method, you manage parents because they're very powerful in your life, but they're also very toxic. After sabbatical leave, is called slow fade. Slow fade. Develop your independence slowly without them noticing. Save money so that one day you just go out and rent a house. Learn how to earn by online writing, by selling something small. Develop relationships with other people here, soul family. Connect with people online who strengthen your mind. Read books that start your internal healing. Slow fade is when you outgrow them emotionally, financially, and socially, slowly, without causing alarm, without telling them, I'm leaving next year. You just act obedient, but you are saving your money. You are earning by the side. You are keeping chicken. You are saving. So that you know one time when I go to college, I'll just, as soon as I'm able, I have some savings, I'm able to survive by myself. As soon as I step into college, I'll start another job by the side. I have learned online writing. I've learned coding. I've learned marketing. I can sell cars. I've learned how to pet train. There's something I can do to sustain myself. This controlling parent will not force me to do what I don't like because I'm learning by the side quickly to be able to sustain. When I finally do this, I know they will dislike it, they might disown me, but I'll be able to stand by myself. Slow fade is when you move away from their control gradually, silently. Did you follow that? The third method to manage a very difficult, controlling parent who is unreasonable, who keeps talking down at you, who wants to manage your life. There's a girl I worked with when she's 35. Listen to this, that you know, if you don't manage this problem you have told me, what will go wrong? She came to me when she was 35. She was a lawyer because her dad forced her to do law. She wanted to do piloting, aviation. But her father forced her into law. She was so depressed, she was already diagnosed with bipolar. Because of the depression and control, quarrels, insults, being manipulated, she was already sick. You know, stress makes you sick. You know that? She did not follow this method of slow fade. She remained obedient. Obedient. When you obey a broken authority, you'll be crushed. When you obey a broken authority, you'll be crushed. You should grow out slowly. But you cannot talk back because you're still dependent. So this third method is called clean cut. Say clean cut. Clean cut is you plan the day you break away from their control completely. Plan that day. When I turn 25, I'll go live my own. As soon as I learn, I turn this age. I don't want to marry when I'm under this roof, when I'm under this control. My friend went to marry the other day, and when they reached there, because the girl had already broken away from the father, he's very dictatorial, he's very controlling. The father demanded unreasonable things, blew up the ratio. They could not have the function. He made it very difficult. They drove away. People went back with their buses. People went back with their foods. The father was impossible. They asked the children, how do you manage this man? They said, we have to cut him clean as soon as we are mature. He cannot even allow you to choose a spouse. He will choose one for you. Do you understand what we are saying now? I told the guy not to leave the girl because she's already determined. She has an independent mind. They just did their own. They made it small, but they married. Now they are living happily, and they have learned to leave the mzee enough distance. If you don't cut those controlling parents, even spouses will avoid you. I hope, Emily, you know some of you, men marry you, but you drag your mother to exploit the husband. If you don't know how to grow your mother and she's materialistic, what will happen? She's throwing ideas at you. Ask for a house. Build my mother a house first. My mother needs a car first. My mother needs a loan. Buy my mother this, my mother that. Some men, you marry a woman who has not outgrown the mother, they exploit you, both of them. True or false? Clean cut. Plan when you shall break away from that toxic parent. You plan it, you execute it when you are prepared. What are the three methods? Sabbatical leave, slow fade, clean cut. Why are most youth wanting to commit suicide? The person needed to say many youth. Why is the suicide rate increasing? Because of stress, and they don't have methods of coping with stress. That's the only reason. Others are not killing themselves by poison. They're killing themselves by careless sex, over drinking, reckless driving, reckless life, a death wish. People are living with a death wish. They don't care if they die because they have lost purpose for life. Self-healing. That thing I told you. When you have been frustrated by life, frustrated by parents, frustrated by church, frustrated by society, you can give up. What is the other question? We have 10 minutes now for more questions.
She's on now.
Oh, you are on now. Please talk. Please, who's Silvana, right? Yes. Silvana, talk now. Please talk.
So I'm very attended this meeting.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And my sister today told me that I should attend this meeting. And I've learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Most welcome.
Just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, just gratitude. That's all. Do you have a question?
I don't get a question, that it's just an appreciation. Just thank you for
Thank you so much, Silvana. Thank you. We received that. I like the way you're following. Thank you. There's another one here. I have a friend who she's into sex too much. How can I help her? Because it hurts me to see her hurting. Because she was raped. So she goes sleeping with different men. We say when women are being violated sexually, an itch has been introduced, and she began to sleep with many people to regain a sense of control. What is the big word? Healing. What's the big word? So carry this book for your friend and tell her, I know you're hurting, you're not a loose woman, you're just wounded. This will help you to forgive and let go. If she does not stop, she will conceive with the wrong people. She'll find herself aborting. She'll find herself getting children. She'll find herself ruining her life and passing her days without healing. Very good. Yes, Ismail.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Ismail Wareta. I'm a dog trainer. And my question is, how do we convince our parents or guardians in our visions and dreams of the things that we are doing when they are trying to push you in pursuing what they want you to do? And it's a personal question.
Yes.
As for me, I'm in Kenyatta University,
Yes.
so I was supposed to be graduating by now,
Yes.
but I had to stop my studies for a while. I was pursuing a degree in education.
Yes.
But then I stopped for a while, focused on what I'm currently doing, dog training. So my question is, how do we convince our parents that in our dreams and visions, when they want you to pursue a certain career, which they think is the lucrative one for them?
Thank you, Smiley. We said earlier in this show, somebody asked something similar to that. Yes. 3 ways. Number one, if you can get somebody to talk on your behalf and change their mind, or at least allow you, do it. If you cannot do that, use the method you're using. As you pursue what they recommend, build what you love. Hybrid method. Although it may take you long here, you delay a little bit, no problem. If you can do hybrid, it works perfect because you both have a degree and also have your business. You should finish that degree so that at least you have completed. The degree is respectable. It shows that you can complete things. But what if the degree is too hard for you? It's not in your strength at all. You know, some of these courses totally don't connect with you. It's torturous. You keep failing the units because they are not in your... If it's completely impossible for you to pursue it, you're going to do the method we call clean cut. Clean cut is when you become dependent, self-reliant, and you take the risk. You go the direction of building your life the way you know. And then believe that after a few years, they will see what you are doing. At some point, I had to disappear from home. Not totally, I could still talk, but I stopped revealing my life. Because I was building psychology, and then they wanted me to pursue law. So I was building psychology, and they don't know whether psychology has money. They don't even know, when are you getting married? What are you doing with your life? Are you lost? So the way you have gone into this dog training, and you love it so much, many people don't know that that's a big market. It's a very big market for dog training. And if you can do it efficiently, you can almost not satisfy the market. True or false? We don't have efficient trainers. We just have people who are not really effective, you know. So if you go to the leafy suburbs, people live there, many of them don't have children. It's the dog that is their friend, companion. They need it trained. They have a new one. They have another one that has this and the other one. So it's a whole life. This guy might end up having to relocate to Runda. This guy. He might have to live among those people, and then his home is full of that, and he has workers, and there's a full-blown business. There's a guy who was brought on TV who rears exotic birds. Birds that cost tens of thousands, one bird. Exotic birds, and there's a whole industry. Somebody else trains horses. I'm sure this guy cannot. I'm sure you can do horses. You have that energy. If you one day you want to expand, think in those directions. Whenever you have to convince parents, sometimes, and they don't hear you, do it by actions. For me, I gave myself time. I said, I'll give myself 5 years to build that career. It starts to be flow for me, then I get married. Parents, somehow now they know, like you're not lost. So give yourself, bro. How old are you now?
Next year, March, so
Allah, is that a suggestion? So if I were you, Ismail, I'll give myself 4 years from now to perfect that business and then get married, and then my parents will see I'm not crazy. Because they think you're crazy and you're lost. Sometimes they mean well, but they just don't understand your life. Okay? So yes, sometimes it takes you a while to bring parents over. The guys who are doing launching of the book, please set up like 5 minutes. We have 10 books that were bought by Autism Light Inc. They bought 10 books for us to give to people. I'll ask my team to direct on how we are gifting. They love you so much. Can we clap for Autism Inc? Thank you so much. They said this new book, Young Visionary, should be given to 10 of you because of your dedication. Those who come physically, they said particularly those who are here. So the virtual people will love you, but autism said they would like those guys who are sacrificing to come all the way. So 10 of you will give you these books. You stand here, we will launch the book with you. You lift it, we will clap and we'll say the book is launched, and you'll receive those gifts from Autism Inc. You can check the Autism Lights. They campaign for children with autism. They try to enlighten people. So they call it Autism Lights Incorporated on Facebook, and we appreciate them. They always partner with us almost on every conference, so we appreciate that. So if I can pick one more question. Yes, I have 2 people lifting hands very quickly. You'd better now talk quickly. Fiona, do you have a mic? All right, let me share. Okay, perfect. Please talk, Emmanuel. Go ahead. Yes, use the 2 for the Zoom.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I loved how you talked about the brief. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I loved how you talked about the prefrontal cortex and how it is the capacity of it to be addicted to something before time.
Yes.
Now, there's this thing that, this concept of psychology, I think, that I came across in some material I was watching.
Yes.
And they said that the best way to deal with addictions and bad habits is to replace them with good ones.
Yes.
So let's say if you have a bad habit of bad foods, you will replace with good food.
Yes.
But now in a case where maybe unfortunately someone engages romantically and gets addicted or obsessed for time, how do you handle that since you can't replace it?
I like that. do you see the thinker at work, isn't it? INTJ, thank you. You can transfer the mic to Tracy as I get this answer. Listen, and listen well. Listen and listen well. Diana, at the back, you're Diana, right? I'll tell you what can save your life. Anything you do sexual before you're 25 will haunt you for many years. Any pornographic watch, any fondling. You know, some of you go to dark places and you're holding each other's breasts. You go to dancing, partying, you're doing any sexual excitement thing you do at this age will replay in your head during moments of boredom, during moments of temptation, during moments of stress, and it will become an intrusive thought, a very compulsive thought that comes even when you don't want it. Right now, you're very impressionable. Your brains are virgin. They are open, clean slate. That's why men are running to you, because you're very clean. And they offer you a lot of money, a good house in Kilimani. They want to take away your innocence. It is once in a lifetime thing. Once you give it away, they chew you, they spew you. They have taken away your innocence. They have taken away something you never get back. We are not saying you cannot recover and reform your life, but the energy of youth is such a nectar and pure essence. I want you to dress up. Don't dress down. Dress up right now. Cover your body. Don't attract attention. Don't give suggestions. Don't work in places that require you to behave sexy. Nightclub where you have to or something, or massage where you have to entertain. Anything requiring sexual energy now, avoid it. But if you have found yourself inside, the way Emmanuel is asking, as we talk, you're already sleeping with a boyfriend. As we talk, you're already doing something like that. Or as a guy, what my brother Larry will confirm, some ladies bring themselves to you. You are not even thinking about it. They hang around you and they know how to be suggestive. Some men here will tell you, you got to have a haircut. Haircut, innocent haircut. You came here for? But the way they handle you so suggestively, somebody is bending to you and here is empty, and you have to really struggle. I was asking my wife, which world will I introduce? Where shall we take our sons, my brother?
Home Baba.
Oh, we're home Baba. As a man, you can be innocent, but women keep seducing you, and if you're not careful, by just sitting there, they will ruin your life. Nowadays, they don't want to know whether you have money. Even if you can get 500, that's good enough. Long time ago, you needed to have a car. Today, do you need a car? They don't care whether you came with a car or not. So, if you found yourself trapped, because one guy said he went for was it massage or something like that? He's an athlete. So for them, they have done a lot of massages as part of their work. So he went into that town, he was doing his gym, and went to that massage. He said, those ones he did not know they go all the way, they have a happy ending. It's a package. You pay more for. Happy ending is a sexual act. And it haunted him because that's not who he is. He regretted, he struggled with it, but he kept going back. Imagine. He went back several. These things are so addictive, my brother, as you say. Even when you know they are not correct, they hook you. Particularly when you are young and you have not learned self-control. He went back several times. They know how to really bright star. You look good when you go to those to be attended. It's men who are attending women. You've noticed that? And they, you came here for hair, innocently. You're trying to mind your business, but somebody else is minding your business. Men will tell you, once you get one barber shop that is respectful and professional, usually stick with that. Most men, that's how we survive. True of us. You give them your rules and we stick there, my friend. That's how we operate. I'm sure even ladies, you have to do that. Find one who has level of decorum, because you can't change the whole industry. And then manage there. When you find your person is not there, you wait. When are they coming? I'll wait. So I'm just saying, the only way out of these addictions, because they're very powerful, is called, one, you unlearn the dependency on the emotional high. It has been giving you an emotional high, dopamine release. You unlearn the dependency on the emotional high, dopamine addiction. How do you unlearn it? Addictions are broken by a step that has been analyzed by guys called AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. There are some guys who have listed stages of getting out of addiction. It was started for alcohol, but it has been shown the 12 steps to apply to sexual addiction, cocaine addiction, many addictions. Alcoholic Anonymous. If you just type there Alcoholic Anonymous steps, they'll give you the 12 steps online. AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. So one of the steps they say there that I wanted to tell you briefly about how to get off that is to learn your triggers, the moments when you tend to be vulnerable. For many people, it's at night when they are alone and they are tired and they're in their room. When you are lonely and in a bedroom environment, most of your cravings come up. So you avoid triggering environments and triggering moments. You reverse trigger by making sure either you are fully asleep, you came home when you're tired, or talk to the right person, avoid isolation. They say addictions have a similar traits. They follow boredom, they follow fatigue, and they follow loneliness. Also, when you're stressed, the first thing to click to relieve yourself of stress is that thing, either alcohol or whatever it is. So Alcoholic Anonymous, but for me right now is learn the trigger. Some people come around your place innocently, you end up doing bad things. You know that, even without talking. Once you do it once, next time there is no conversation. You just slide in. You block them, although you don't hate them. You're burning that bridge because it has potential to lead you back to destruction. Let me repeat this. You block people who you don't hate. You block them, although you don't hate them, because that bridge has the potential to lead you back to destruction, to things to heal from. We are going to Christmas, and some of you know somebody at home who likes you very much. Yes, they just like you, they admire you. Imagine you appear, my brother Larry just walk innocently into a barber shop and say, hey, and the lady greets you, hi handsome. A simple greeting, okay? But she has called him what? What idea is she throwing? You're welcome. Or the most common problem, you rent, Gabriel, you go for a job, you rent a house in Nakuru. You're spending there for the night. Your room attendant comes with a lot of flirtatious vibe. Oh, how are you? I'm your attendant, and is there anything you'd like me to do for you? Beyond courtesy, they become flirtatious, suggestive, they hang around until they're bringing up, only for you to realize they double deal. Many of those places, they're not just working, they're also another job. Side hustle. You'll be side hustled. So, my brother, I'm sure you've learned when you're away from your family, there's a strictness you have that looks abnormal to other people, isn't it?
Yes.
My mentor wouldn't cut. I like that. You do what?
It's the most tempting time.
When you are away, it's the most tempting. And they know married men are stable. And married men don't follow you, don't bother you. They'll just pay and go. My mentor wouldn't carry a lady in his car alone. He wouldn't. Even daytime. That's extreme. Why can't you just give people lift? He said we must be 3 at least. I don't want that kind of closeness. He said even when I'm not thinking anything, some of these people, you don't know them. I came to understand what he meant. Car is very intimate. You know it's very intimate. If somebody sits at the front seat and they show, oh, they are violent. And the devil knows how to time when you're hungry. Then there's a lot of jam and there's darkness and it's raining.
100 kilometers.
And you're 100 kilometers away. And they even fall asleep. You know, people can create bedroom literally. The last question. All right. Please, yes.
Thank you. My name is Tracy.
Yes, Tracy.
This is like, it's something advised on.
Yes, bring the mic close, yes.
So, about the self-healing.
How old are you, Tracy?
I'm 18.
You just finished Form 4, okay? Yes. About the what?
The self-healing.
Yes, self-healing, yes.
I did read that book and it did help me.
Yes.
So, I tried to also help my friend, my closest friend.
Yes.
And she didn't, okay, I don't know whether to say it's pride or ego. What would you do when someone would be like, I don't think I need healing.
Yeah.
I don't need help.
You're right.
But
Correct.
you can tell she does.
She need it.
I want to help her, but she doesn't want.
Okay.
So what can I do in that situation?
Perfect. I like that. Listen, Tracy, and I will help you once and for lifetime. When Ruth and Orpah and Naomi were forced to move on with their lives, she released them with sorrow. Go back to your people. Life has happened to us. I can't stay here anymore. I have to go back. They lifted their voice and wept. Sometimes you're going to lift your voice and cry when you have to part ways with friends you have come very long. You have suffered together. A time comes when you just have to cry and let them go. Orpah went back. That was the end. Let people go back. Some people, like Ruth, will say, I will go with you in that journey of healing because I can't afford to lose you. My future is connected to you. So you're not losing all the friends, you're losing only one. Stop overthinking it. Release her with sadness. You will feel it because you've come a long way, okay? Allow those who can't go with you anymore to go back to their lives. Release them. You will feel the pain, but it's part of life. Have you understood that? It's part of life. Bright Star was a very loyal partner. She had business partners. But I tell her prophetically, when she was told her the speed at which you are growing, these people will not accommodate it. Be ready to let go. She was very insecure about Nairobi. No, when I'm alone, what if people take advantage of me? I'm a young girl. Let me have another guy. I say, okay, continue singing your songs. But when betrayals come, she's laughing because I know it came to pass. I was telling her, the speed at which you are growing, people will not be able to accommodate you. They'll become the enemies themselves. Allow people to go their way or to remain where they are.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential.